Hi guys, it's me Josh, also known as Frogman Forever. Gonna play a little bit of Animal Crossing today. It is February 18th, 2021, current time 10:49 a.m. I hope everyone's staying warm today. I decided I wanted to stream. It had been a little while. I've been dealing with a lot of power outages. In my area, it's kind of uncommon. It's kind of rare to get snow. So recently we've been dealing with an Arctic blast, and it's caused transformers to bust and just power outages in general all week. So it's been difficult for me to stream because I never know when the power is going to go out. And I don't know for how long it's going to go out. But so far this morning it's been on. I figure it's probably going to go out. It might even go out as I'm doing my introduction. So I apologize in advance if it does cut out. If it does and everything just stops, I probably won't stream again today unless I feel pretty comfortable with the connection. But I'm hoping that all of this will be 100% resolved by Sunday, so I can continue Pikmin 2 Sundays. But I figured, even though I have a weekday project of Super Mario 64 going on, I think if the power went out during Super Mario 64 or Pikmin 2, then that would suck a little more than if I was to just play something that I didn't particularly mind if everything cut out. So that's why I'm playing Animal Crossing today. So yeah, so good morning everyone. Alright, we have a visitor at the campsite, so we'll have to stop in and see who it is. So yeah, I'm just gonna play something a little more casual today. I'm not going to be particularly concerned about productivity. Honestly, I was probably just going to do some of my dailies, and maybe if I get caught up with a particular project of interest, then I'll work on it. I always like to fish too, and there are probably a couple fish that I might still need to get, although I'm not 100% sure which ones. I never really read the letters from the villagers. Or even like the floating bottles that bring the DUIs or DIYs. One of the big things that I am going to do today is probably pick oranges and peaches. Yesterday I was picking cherries and pears. So yeah, I think everything seems to be up and running. I usually just kind of check along the beach. Oh look, I can help this guy out. Because that doesn't get old, reading all the dialogue over and over. I think that's one of the biggest complaints I have about this game. And it's like one of the very few complaints I have about the game is just how redundant dialogue can be. Especially, I think the one character that really eggs me the most is the owl, because his dialogue is the same every single time. I've completed the fossil exhibit, and well, it seems like every time I collect a fossil, which I have to assess if I want to sell it, he constantly reminds me that there's no need for it, especially since he's already made the big announcement that the collection is complete. I think that's something that the creators, the developers, should fix. Just kind of this notion of continuity. But whatever. I guess that's the way Animal Crossing has been, like, since the GameCube. There's always, like, an element of just going through the same dialogue over and over. But I guess that helps the time go. See, look how long it took me to just, like, tell him, okay, yeah, I'm gonna look for your communicator parts for, like, the 7th time. It's just ridiculous. Just look at all that dialogue. That's probably my one and only, like, major complaint. Aside from, there's one more. It's the crafting. Because when you craft, you have to just craft one thing at a time, and sometimes you want to make like 20 or 30 of a certain thing, but you can only do one at a time. And I wish that you can just like multi-craft like a certain amount of an item all at once. It would save a lot of time, but I don't know, man. Sometimes the common sense type elements aren't necessarily common. But that's the gist of like the complaints I'll make about the game. I mean, for the most part, it's a pretty solid game. It's a pretty solid Animal Crossing. I really enjoy it. I definitely enjoy it way more than the GameCube one. This one and the GameCube one were the only ones I actually played. And we got a rock growing in the middle of my rose garden. I'm trying to, long term, I'm trying to grow a blue rose, which is a whole process in and of itself. I think it takes 3 weeks to make one. Sometimes sooner, just depending on what strategies you use. But this one particular strategy I'm using takes several days. And I could time jump, but I don't like to time jump. This particular strategy I found on YouTube. I couldn't tell you the name of the guy. I can't remember. But, hi Atara. How are you? Welcome. Thanks for stopping in. I'm doing well. You know, I've been dealing with power outages, but it seems to be working now. So until the power goes out, I'm gonna make the most of it. I noticed you've been playing, is it Stardew Valley? Which I'm not particularly familiar with. But it seems to be a similar type game from what I've heard to like something like Animal Crossing. Correct me if I'm wrong though. I could also be mixing it up with another game, Harvest Moon or something like that. I don't know if those are related in any way, but yeah, I'm staying warm. The only thing that's kind of cold are my hands, but aside from that, I'm good. So I think I'll just clear this rock. Yeah. How are you doing today? Yeah, like I know that you can kind of shovel. Like if I really wanted to, I could clear these 4 roses around the rock, and then I could make a little barrier to maximize on getting 8 bonus items. But it's just I'm just too lazy to move all these roses. So I'll just get whatever I can, even if it's money. It might just be rocks or minerals or whatever. Yeah, it is money. So I could have gotten more than just those 4 coins, but that's fine. I'm not really, like, too worried about money right now. Rogue Mike, what's going on? Hope the power doesn't go out. I hope you're safe and warm as possible. Yeah. I made it through the night. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, got through. Fortunately, I think I had... It's funny, because I went to sleep with my little plug-in unit on. I still had power. And then I think like right before I fell asleep, the power went out. No, I have it reversed. It was out, and then the moment I fell asleep, the power went back on. But I think by then I was just too lazy to get up and turn the plug-in heater on, so I just roughed it. But it wasn't that bad. I was covered in like several layers, and I made it through the night. So, and I'm doing well. And yes, I have been playing a lot of Stardew Valley. I would say it's pretty similar to Animal Crossing and some elements of Zelda-type dungeons. Okay. Well, welcome, guys. That's awesome. Yeah, Stardew Valley. I might have to check that one out then. If it's, I have heard good things about it. Let's see. So I'm just gonna go ahead and destroy the rock because it's kind of in my way. Yeah, I was just saying that I am trying to work on a blue rose, and this particular formula is 100% guaranteed to work, but it takes a long time. And I'm at the first step out of like 20 steps right now. So my first step was just kind of, you have to buy seeds, like white rose seeds from the store. So I bought like, what is this, 13? I bought like 15 because they come in packs of 5 if you want to. And I just made a little field of white roses. But the genetic makeup of the white roses from the seeds is different from the genetic makeup of white roses produced by other white roses. So if you grow more white roses from these white roses, you want to dispose of the new roses, the new white roses. What I'm looking for are purple roses, which will sometimes grow from the seeded white roses. So it's still early. These guys are just they're just buds right now. But eventually they'll become full-grown white roses, and then you water them and stuff like that, and they'll generate the purple roses that we need to move on to step 2 out of like 20 steps. So it is a process. Oh, okay. You're gonna have Mama on for for the stream. Sounds good. Frogman, you've missed out on so many games, but that's also perfect because you can play them on stream first. First play through blind. Oh, okay. I missed out on so many games. Which games have I missed out on? Oh. Well, are you talking about just in general? I have missed out on quite a few. Yeah, I am planning on playing a bunch of games that I've never played before blind. Which might not be the most entertaining. And it might also not be the best idea. But I'm willing to try whatever. I kind of have like a mini list of things that I want to play first, but I'm sure there's going to be a point where I kind of run out of things, and then start playing games that I haven't played yet. I think I was supposed to take a drink of water, but yeah, I think most everyone who plays this regularly will stop by here every day and check out the catalog. It does change daily. You can also check out the recycling bin. There's nothing there. I don't think it's actually called a recycling bin. But anyway. 3 days in a row. I've been playing this 3 days in a row, so I get an extra little bonus. I just mainly do my dailies. So we'll go ahead and well, I don't really need to redeem Nook Miles right now. Unless I might take a trip if the power doesn't go out by the time I do the things that I want to do. I might just take a trip to another island and just kind of collect as many goodies as I can. I usually check here every day to see what the new song is. I think there's like 92 songs or something like that, 95. And I want to say I have like 70 something songs. So I got a pretty good collection, but I think I already have that song. So it's just another one thing less to do. You know, when you see things that you already have, when you pick up do it yourselves, look at all these villagers running around having a good time in the snow. I guess I'll say hi to a couple of them. But yeah, I mean, sometimes if I have, you know, the extra time, I'll go out and give them, you know, clothing or just things that I find. They seem to enjoy it. Sometimes I'll get things back. I need to get back into Animal Crossing. My villagers are probably thinking I got kidnapped by aliens. Yeah. Yeah, you sure do hear about it when you haven't been around. It's like their world kind of revolves around you to a certain extent. And then also, you know, it's just good to talk to them because you can get little extra, what do they call them? These things. What I'm about to go grab. Oh, wrong menu. This one. Nook Miles. There you go. So I think I got one just for talking to 3 villagers. Yeah, talk to your neighbors. So I talked to 3 of them. Well, you get those little Nook Mile bonuses you can do. Oh, by the way, since I haven't done so, let me go ahead and just add in quick little shout outs to you guys. Thank you for stopping in. It really means a lot to me. So there's a shout out to Atara, most recently playing Stardew Valley. Atara, are you still playing Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts? I know that one's can be kind of a doozy. And then shout out to Rogue Mike, who I watched him play yesterday, some of the Spelunky, and then he switched it up to Rad. So pretty interesting games. I think Spelunky was more kind of like my style of game, something that I'll have to try out. My girlfriend just got Animal Crossing, and I think I should get it too. It looks kawaii as heck. Yeah, and then Atara said I'm still grinding that game. Yeah. Probably one of those. But, oh, I'm gonna try to get more done today of Nuts and Bolts. Okay. Well, if I'm not streaming, I'll definitely stop in. At least, you know, to say hello. I usually tend to just kind of, like, I'll stop in. I like to say hello, and, you know, if I have the time, I'll watch, and if not, I usually just kind of have it in the background, and it's always good background ambiance. But I do really enjoy whenever I get to watch. I think that's the other thing too about dealing with all these power outages is just that, you know, whenever, because I do have like unlimited data, so or whatever, what do you call it? So you can watch. You could still get like internet, basically. Sometimes, just depending on where you are. So it's nice because you know, it gives me a chance to just sit and appreciate other streamers and their work, which I try to do whether or not I have power. But you know, it gives you more time to do that, and then just kind of, yeah, I mean, appreciate the art. I do see streaming as a form of art, and it's definitely important to support others who do it. Yeah, I like to chime in whenever I can. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, I scared him. Okay, I didn't think I'd scare him so easily. I'm a big supporter of lurking. Yeah, me too. Oh, hi $3. How are you? Yeah, I'm playing a little bit of Animal Crossing today while while the power's on. No, it's on right now. You'll know when it's out because everything's gonna cut abruptly. But I'm just enjoying it, while I have it. Might as well. I've been wanting to stream. I was gonna stream yesterday morning, and then the power went out right before I hit record. So yeah. Sorry if it does go out in advance, guys. But I appreciate you guys stopping in. And shout out to $3. I'm not so sure. Yeah, I know that you don't stream, but maybe one day. So I'll drop you the support regardless. Oh look, there's Cherry. Oh, that's a nice hat. I haven't seen her wear that hat. What is up? Oh yeah, they call me Iron J. It's probably the weather, but wow, I feel like a million bells today. What? Oh, this is the confetti machine that was left over from the festival, which took place 3 days ago, which I didn't really get to play because the power was out. So it's like you wait all month for that event and then you don't even get to play it. I guess I can time travel if I really wanted to. Can we talk, Iron J? Oh no, I've been thinking maybe I should move and try living elsewhere. I've had fun living here, but it's been itching. Actually, I really like Norma. Don't leave. I almost pressed the wrong one. Yeah. And I'm sure that my fiance wouldn't be happy if I told her to leave either, because we both like her. So we make them stay if they, whether they want to stay or not. They stay. There's a couple that we don't really care for, but most of the villagers we have here right now, we're pretty content with. Honestly, there's not really like anything to fault any of the villagers in particular. They can be super polite and then one day just say something that's a little rude, and then you could let it get to you, or you could just shrug it off. And sometimes if we just don't like the character for whatever reason, we'll just say, okay, you can go. It's a really silly game, but we like it. And by the way, Rogue Mike, since you said you were thinking about it, yeah, I recommend it. It is one of those games, just like any of the other Animal Crossing games, that you can just pick up and play for a little bit every day. And what I really like about this one is like the kind of work you can do to basically landscape the island. Oh, I need more bells. I usually try to plant 10,000 because it grows out 30,000, so you net a profit of 20,000. But I just don't have the bells right now. I wonder if I left the hole there, if it would just stay and I can plant the bells later. But I think, yeah, but as far as like the lurking goes, I think that's a great way to support a channel. I remember when I first got on Twitch, I didn't really know what lurking was, and I thought maybe it has a negative connotation, and maybe in some ways it does. I don't know, I guess it just depends how you look at it. Like if you look at it like, oh, someone's just kind of like here, but they're not really focused on me. But I don't really look at it like that. I think it's a great way to support someone else. I heard somewhere that like on Twitch that if you're gonna mute them, you want to like right click the tab and then mute the website instead of muting the actual stream, because I guess it won't count as a view if you mute the streamer or mute the video. But I'm not really concerned with all that stuff. I mean, like Atara says, you know, I just, you know, anyone who just wants to stop in, even if you just say hello, like, it really means a lot to me. That in itself is a great way to support me and the channel. So yeah, I don't really ever read these do-it-yourselves. I guess I should. Maybe they'd be interesting to the story, or maybe not necessarily like the plot, but pile of Zen cushions. Let's learn that. I don't think I have that one. I haven't been on Animal Crossing in months. My villagers are probably so mad. Yeah, but you know what? They get over it after a day. Like, just say hello to them once, and then, like, everything's all, like, cool. Frogman has the coolest fencing. Your village is so beautiful. Love the landscape. Thank you. I could take you on a little tour if you want. I could show you some of the little things that I did, if you want. I kind of did that on my first session, but I was playing with my sister, so we were a little distracted amongst ourselves. Let's see. So now that I have money, because I grabbed 30,000 from that one tree, I'll go ahead and just plant another 10,000 here. If it'll let me. I think I need the shovel actually. Let me see. Here we go. Berry and hole. I don't think you actually have to water this. I think my fiance and I were kind of debating that, or discussing that, and I think she said you don't have to. So I'm gonna just experiment not watering it and just see if it grows. I think you only really need to water the flowers. Your character is so cute. Thanks. Yeah. My fiance's bigger on the dressing them up every day. If I can, I'll dress them up every day. I don't really have as many clothes as she does for her character. Tour, please. Okay. All right. Sure. Yeah. So there's actually a little bit of symbolism going on with this island. Something happened. Oh, Rogue Mike gifted us a sub, or yeah, a tier 1 sub. Thank you, Rogue Mike, and yeah, awesome. Yeah, make sure give him a thank you, Atara. We really appreciate that, Rogue Mike. Thank you. That's very very generous of you. Yeah, so I kind of tend to favor white roses, and my fiance tends to favor red roses. So like, I live on the right side of the island, and she lives on the left side. So that's kind of the symbolism here. Of course, I put the apples up front because that's our native fruit. So it made sense to me put them up front. And then this whole like oh, let me grab this real quick. That's the thing about the game. Sometimes you're in the middle of something and then you get distracted. I gotta wait for this balloon to go a little bit more to the left, because otherwise it's gonna fall right into that area, and then I'm not gonna be able to collect it. I think I'm probably a little too far. Maybe right here. I tend to notice that the yellow balloons will carry money most of the time. Not always, but if there's going to be a colored balloon, it's going to carry money, it's going to be that one. I guess I could put that away. Yeah, see? You got 5,000 bells from the sky. Free money. If only the real world was like that, right? Just balloons carrying bags of money in the sky. So, yeah, this whole project took a lot of clay to create these. I wanted a sense of symmetry. This well, or this, what do you call it? Yeah, I guess the well took some work in itself. Yeah, and then I put like a different fruit for every other tree here. But I still kept all the white roses on one side and all the red roses on the other side. You'll kind of see that white rose on the right and red rose on the left, the theme carrying on. Of course, this is where one of the villagers lives. Over here. You'll notice a lot of the trees that I have on the island don't have fruit. They typically do have fruit. but I've been picking lately to kind of make some money. So yeah, this is the museum, and then you come over here, got another couple houses. Oh, I gotta get out. I gotta go around here. Got a little basketball hoop. No one ever plays basketball, but I like to pretend like I would if I lived on the island. Of course, you got, well, that's like the main town hall, I guess, with an E for Emaland, named after Emily, my fiance. And then this is the field. It's a soccer field. I'm actually using it more for just like planting different colors of flowers, having them breed, form new colors. Like the pink flowers are not the original color, so they were created by the red and white flowers. Yeah. I also have pumpkins here. I tried watering them, but they don't really seem to grow. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or whatever. I'll have to come back and visit this villager who's visiting, but yeah, that's the soccer field. Is that a confetti machine? Yeah, it was a confetti machine. It was from the festival event on February 15th, and it was just kind of left behind. So it's like, whatever, we'll keep it. Yeah, and I have some, can't remember what these are called, tulips or something. I don't really know flowers that well, if I'm being honest. But anyway, yeah, it'll create the black ones. I made some tiki torches. I used to have a row right here of tiki torches, but it really made it hard to move around and maneuver. So anyway, sorry if my tour is extra detailed. This is actually a cluster of orange trees, which I'll probably get rid of eventually when I don't really need money. Of course, this is the store. And then I put a couple things like vending machines and stuff around. There's a telephone booth if you need to call your parents. Call home. You can make snowman if you want to. We'll come up. So this is the Able sisters, so they'll make clothes. You can buy clothes, things like that. The game limits you to the amount of bridges and staircases you can have. So, you know, I did eventually run out of maximum bridges and stairways, and so I had to get a little creative with the landscaping. Once I was able to do so, to make up for that. I'll show you a perfect example of that in a little bit here. I don't really like having all these red roses here, and I'll probably get rid of that eventually, but you know, for the time being, I'll just let it ride. I was able to produce some of these blue flowers. I just thought, you know what, I'm just gonna make a little American arrangement there. Officer Otter reporting for duty. What's up, you filthy animal? Dude, thank you, man. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it, guys. How are you today, officer? Yeah, I just did a little arrangement of the different types of fruit that aren't native here. Up here, by the way, all this landscaping, like most of this landscaping, I'd say probably about 90% of this or 95% of the landscaping was me. I really wanted to make this, oh, thanks for the cheers, man. I appreciate the bits. Thank you, officer. That was really nice of you. At work, so you're on low volume. Oh, okay. But just coming to support you because you're awesome. Dude, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I think we're all secretly watching at work. Hey, well, as long, you know, you guys do you. I ain't gonna judge. I'm just here, just chilling. The hammock works better in the summer and spring than the winter. Yeah. I don't really have an explanation for the bears. They're just there. Okay, I'll have to show you my house too. This is my house. As you can see, I have white roses here, and then there's pink roses in between, and then red roses over on this side. So there's the continuing symbolism there. Oh, also I really like at nighttime, the lampposts really makes the aisle look very nice. I'll show you the house. It's not It's not done. It's still a work in progress, but I got a couple themes going on here. So this is like the living room area. I still don't really know what I'm going to do with this area here. But yeah, I got my music, got my hamster, got a place to change, got a telephone. If you turn the wall around, you know, light switch, constellations, got a little do-it-yourself workbench. Yeah, just your chill little living room area. Zoe, welcome, man. I appreciate you stopping in. Turk has a giant stuffed bear in his house in Animal Crossing. Yeah, there's actually quite a few large stuffed bears that you can obtain. This is the kitchen, of course. I still need an oven. I was going to put it right here. I don't even really like my sink. It's like a utility sink, but, I mean, you got to work with what you got, you know? So anyway. It's funny, my house has like a TV in every room just because, like, gotta have that background noise. How you doing, Zoe? I love board games, so it was like a no-brainer when I got a board game. I gotta put it out in the living room. Like, I have a little collection of board games. Not a large collection. I don't really, like, take it... I don't, like, make that my goal to collect board games, but, you know, if I can get them, I'll grab them. It's a little music room. Kind of reminds me of back in 2011, 2012. I used to be in a Beatles cover band. So I still need to get a guitar and like a bass guitar. Probably another amp. But there's really not a whole lot of room, so it's like you can only do so much with the space you have. I wish the rooms were a little bit bigger. So we'll come back this way. Thanks, Zoe, for helping me with the shout-outs. I appreciate it. I think I forgot to give Officer Otter a shout-out, but I do see we got him here. We got him a shout-out there. Definitely, all of y'all are, as Zoe would put it, rad lads. So make sure you guys show each other some support too. So this is the restroom, and I have to point this out right off the bat. Obviously, I gotta put a TV. Just really making the most of the whole restroom experience. Alright, yeah, pretty basic bathroom. I don't actually really care for the wall. It kind of looks like a wall that you'd see like at a restaurant restroom, or I don't know, just maybe like a public restroom. I'm just catching up with the chat here. Fun music room, yeah. I was like, yeah, I gotta have some music here. I still need a basement. I think that I have like $500,000 left to pay off, and then I can get my last room, and then I'll have to pay off that debt. I think it's like 2.1 million or something like that. I haven't played Animal Crossing in a long time, but that direct with Mario costumes makes me want to pick it up again for a bit. Yeah, actually, I totally missed that. But don't worry, I don't mind the spoilers. If you guys want to spoil stuff here, with that, I'm all for it. But I did see like a still frame of that. That they were gonna have like, I guess, Mario and Luigi skins and stuff, like the Princess Peach skins and stuff like that. So that sounds pretty cool. Yeah, it's a fun game. If you don't have this game, I do recommend it. There's a lot to do. Especially, it's exciting too when you get to, especially when you get to the point where you get to kind of landscape the island the way you want. And there's a lot more like creativity and freedom and stuff like that. This is my room, just a chill man cave kind of room, organized, neat. This actually is reminiscent a lot of like the type of room that I would try to maintain when I was in college. It's kind of like a singles pad. But anyway, this is I I gotta have some ping pong. I miss ping pong. I used to have a ping pong table, and I'd like to get one again at some point. But anyway, yeah, chilling. I even put a little stump here so I can do it yourselves, because I don't have to go downstairs or anything. I make them pretty accessible on my island. Frog cave, man cave or frog cave? Yes. It's my lily pad. So yeah, let me. I don't know if Atara's still here. I was pointing out that you only get so many stairways and bridges. So like all this right here north of me was not here. It was all level ground, just like where I'm standing right now. There was like a cliff right here, and then there's a cliff here on the other side. So since I ran out of staircases, there's a limit, I think, of like 8 or something like that. What I did was, once I was able to landscape, I decided to build the cliff and just kind of connect it from this side to this side, and then I just put the stairs in the middle. So in other words, I have a set of stairs in the center, as opposed to having a set of stairs on both the right and the left side. It just kind of consolidated into just one. Okay. So yeah, you have to get a little creative, and you have to take advantage of the resources that you have, and you have to, yeah, use that noggin of yours to problem solve. I really wanted. That was one of my big concerns with this island. Is I really want to make everything as accessible as possible. In fact, you have like the ladder, which you need to scale certain cliffs and get to higher elevations. I designed the island in such a way that you don't even need the ladder to get anywhere on the map. So I'm just kind of carrying it around. There's really only one spot that I need the ladder for, and it's not even like that important. I'll show you right now. I'm actually approaching it. If you come around back here, every island has like a little section of just like beach right there, and you won't even really notice it. I mean, you'll see the tree, but you can tilt the camera and then you'll notice it. That's basically the only little spot of land that I would need the ladder for, but there's really no point in it, so I don't need to carry it around, but I just do. Also, I didn't want to deal with any of the pole vaulting, so I have the bridges kind of placed in such a way that that won't be an issue either. Okay, so yeah, there's bugs you can collect. Yesterday we had the I guess that one particular animal that visits from time to time. I think it's like some kind of chameleon or something, but they like bugs, so you can sell them for like 1.5 times the amount of bells or something like that. So there's Admiral. Admiral's relatively new. I noticed that you can't. I think the trend is that if you talk to them regularly, then you'll have the option to give them things. But I don't have the option to give Admiral things yet, and I think it's just because he's still new. This is my fiance Emily's place. Her yard was about half this size, and that was the most recent project I did. I basically expanded it all the way over here. So I gave her a nice big front yard with flowers. I'm gonna replace the purple ones with black ones like this one right here, the roses, but they're harder to make. So for right now, I just use the purple ones as placeholders. But it looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. And then this is her house. I'll just show you. I don't think she'll mind. Her house is also still a work in progress. Keeping it open. She's got some nice class. It's very, very kind of a different vibe. Mine's a little more homey, and hers is a little more sophisticated, if you will. And this was a workout room, but I think she's going to change it to something else. I'm not really sure what she's working on there. I haven't asked her recently about that room. In her restroom. I like this this tub here going on. Let's see. I can't remember what else. I really like her room upstairs. Oh yeah, her kitchen's really nice too. Yeah. I like how if you open this, it's like a personal pizza. That sounds really good right about now. And you can open the fridge. What's inside? Oh, there's clothes. I think some of these things, like the fridge in my room, it's like a little mini fridge. It actually accesses your wardrobe, so you can change using a fridge, which is kind of weird. I think I also have like a bank safe, which you can use to change clothes as well. It's silly. So yeah, and then this is like, let me turn the light on if I can. There's supposed to be a way. Or maybe I can't because it's not my house. But anyway, it's a nice. She has a nice study room. Yeah, we're both really proud of her for this room. Yeah, looks good. It's hard to see, but yeah, this is a really nice room. Nice little getaway. Or if you got to do some serious work, some serious business, you have the perfect room for it. And up here is her bedroom. So yeah, I don't think I could turn the lights on. I'm just playing with the buttons. Yeah, I probably can't. But yeah, it's nice. I dig it. Oh, there's a little fireplace. I didn't even notice that. Fireplace is nice too. What is the benefit of inviting friends to your island? The reason I like to do it more than anything is because, well, by going to someone else's island, you could sell like your native fruit. So, like for instance, my native fruit here are the apples. So I would go to a friend's island and sell my apples there, and I net a higher profit from it. So I usually just try to collect a bunch of apples, and then eventually I'll go travel and sell them. I guess just the fact that you can just play the game at the same time as other people, and you can go fishing together. Honestly, I wish there was a little bit more to do multiplayer wise. I don't, to be honest with you, Rogue Mike, I don't really think there's much you can do. But I also don't know that I know the game well enough to know all the little secrets and intricacies of the game and what it can offer in the sense of the multiplayer aspect. But I think it's just fun just to, like, you know, this is the perfect game for a pandemic. Like when it came out, and actually right before things really took off in March of last year. Wow, almost a year ago. I remember thinking, like, because I knew this game was going to come out soon, like March 21st or something like that, and I was like, we got to get this game, because if we're going to get stuck at home, this is going to be the perfect game for it. And lo and behold, it was. And we got a copy just before, probably like a week before everyone else started scrambling to the store to get it. I mean, we got it basically when it came out. I made sure that we did that because I kind of had a feeling things were going to get crazy. But it is the perfect game for a pandemic. It's a perfect game if you're just home chilling. Um, it really is. It really is a well-made game for what it is. And I haven't played. I will admit I haven't played any of the Animal Crossings leading up to this one, except for the one on the GameCube. So basically, a lot of the handheld Animal Crossing games. So I don't really know what to compare them to, but I can tell you by comparing this one to the GameCube one, it's a massive improvement. And everything is just really well done. Oh, this garden right here have the different color roses. I wanted to do a different color for every box, and then also mix it with like a different color or a different fruit that would, I guess, complement the color. Not all of them do that well, but I got red, orange roses, yellow roses. Those are all complete. I got white roses. I have another row of red roses, which I eventually will make into a box of blue roses. But of course, I still need to make the blue rose before I can produce more of those. And the blue rose is the hardest rose to make. But I got every other color. Got the black roses there too. So yeah, that blue rose is my next big project. Just to place little sand boxes for the kitties to enjoy. So I basically, one of my goals was to pick all the available peaches and oranges, but there really aren't as many to pick up. So I'm just gonna collect shells. I still have to collect like 2 more of those communicator parts for that one Gulliver or whatever his name is. and then I'll probably do some fishing too, because I really like the fishing. I don't know if I've caught all the fish I need for this particular time of year for this season. My island's set up on the northern hemisphere. But the hemispheres are a little different from what I understand. All right, home for lunch. What is up, Froggy? Hey, BD chat. We're still just chilling here. I think I basically finished the tour. Oh, there is one more section, in the center. This was like a little bamboo garden. I don't really care for the yellow roses, and I'll probably switch them out later. But I just had so many yellow roses, I didn't know what to do with them. So I was like, okay, I'll just leave them in the bamboo garden for right now. And this is really pretty at nighttime with all the tiki torches. But yeah, I got some bamboo trees going on here. And if you come around here, we got a nice little pond with a well. And again, you see that white rose on the right side, red rose on the left side theme going on with the island. So, you still kind of get that consistent theme, I guess you could say. But if you look at the map itself, I don't know if I have it right here. You can see how intricate I made everything. I wanted to make everything really accessible. So there really isn't an area that's hard to get to. And I did utilize all the max amount of bridges and staircases you can have. Oh, okay, and chat, sorry. Your island looks like you put a lot of work on it. Yeah, I probably spent a lot more time on this island than I would have. I guess I don't know that I would say I would have wanted to. I'll be honest, I really did, and I really do enjoy it. And when you get caught up in a project, I know a lot of you guys are artists too. You know how it's like. I mean, I don't consider myself an artist, but I do have artistic tendencies. So when you're in the pandemic and there really isn't much else to do, yeah, you'll kind of get caught up in with an idea, and then you'll just run with it, and you'll find yourself spending many hours on that project. But yeah, it did take a lot of time and a lot of grinding for resources and things like that. I'm going to lurk for a bit while I make breakfast. Okay, well, yeah. Thank you for the lurk, Atara. I hope you have a good breakfast. And, yeah. I hope everyone's staying warm today. Let's see. What else? Okay, so I got to get, like, 2 more communicator parts. So I'll go ahead and take the shovel out. Just kind of look along the beach. I don't know if there's like necessarily a designated spot where you would find the communicator parts. I think it kind of just spawns randomly, and you could just about pick them up anywhere. I don't know for sure, but that's my theory. Do you have a favorite island resident? Let's look at my map because I can't remember. Oh, you know who I really like? I really like Egbert. We can pay a visit to Egbert. Egbert is so funny. He's like that villager who will just say some really outlandish things if you keep talking to him. He's like lazy, but I love it. Like he's either talking about food or he's just like talking about how he forgot what he was saying, things like that. He's a really charming personality. I'm really happy to have Egbert on the island. Mine is Moose. The Moose the Mouse, simply because he was one of the OG on my island and reminds me of my buddy, Mercenary Moose. Nice. The lazy types are my favorite. Yeah, so yeah, definitely Egbert's a lazy type. Yeah, speaking of like the ones that the OGs for my island, it would be Buck, who I don't know if he's home. Oh, he's somewhere else. We'll probably see him. He's the horse. And then also Cherry, the red dog, who I saw her out. She had that red hat earlier. They're probably gravitating around the area. But those are my 2 OG villagers. I think I just need 1 more communicator part. We'll pay a visit to Egbert. Listen to some of his funny dialogue. Oh, she's the newest one right here. I can't remember her name. Chevra? Oh, there it is, yeah. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. Chevry? Ah. Yeah, we just keep running into each other today. Lay it on me. Guess what Emily got up to the other day? I heard they racked up a bunch of Nook miles in just one day. That's not easy to do. I wonder if they're just hurrying to pay off their mortgage. Yeah, actually, she's almost done paying hers off. And then she can help me pay mine off. Like goat cheese. Oh, is that a type of cheese? Is that what they call it? Is that what they call goat cheese? I guess that would make sense. Some of the animals do have interesting names. Where's that last part? I guess it doesn't really matter. It's got to be somewhere on the beach. I'm heading this way anyway because we'll go visit Egbert. Oh, it's a type of cheese. Okay. I'm curious how it's pronounced. I'll have to Google that. So there's the last communicator part. So I'll go back and visit the seagull, Gulliver. But first, since we're on the way... Okay, so Portia is our Dalmatian. So I thought it would be cute to set up black and white roses in her front yard. Makes sense. I hope she wasn't offended by it. I was trying to be sweet. She's like, oh, typical. Use the black and white roses just because I'm black and white. What is it? You're watching me so intently. It's a bit unnerving. What you doing? Wooden chair. I think I already have that one. It's like one of the first ones you get. Let me see. But you can always sell it or you can give it to someone else. Sometimes you get something back for it. Yeah, teach me. Why not? Itchy! Haven't seen you in a little while. How you been? Thanks for stopping in. Share breakfast in Discord, please, Atara. Yeah, take a picture of that breakfast. I'm good. I'm just chilling at work. I think that's like the running theme with everyone watching today. Everyone's just kind of keeping their volume down and just having me on in the background. Little old me. Thanks, guys. Okay, so I don't think I think I already have this one. Oh no, I don't. Okay, cool. Well then I was probably using Emily's. So this is Egbert. I really like Egbert. We'll have him talk for a little bit, and you can kind of just see how he converses with you. Hey, thanks for coming to visit me. Why don't you hang for a while? Yay! I want to chat. I want to be friends with everyone on the island, so I want to learn everything about everyone. So, what do I want to know first? What's your hobby? You know, what's the thing that you really enjoy doing? I guess of all three of these, I do enjoy cooking. If you're gonna make me pick one of those. Oh, cooking. That's why you always smell so good, Joshua. Let me know if you ever need a taste tester, okay? Okay. Just wait for it. He's gonna come up with some funny things. What's up, Doodle Duh? Let's talk. How do you do it? How do you look so cool? Well, I don't know. No, just kidding. You're just wearing a layered shirt. Man, you really can look good in anything, can't you? It's like you have magic fashion powers. You're too kind, Egbert. I'm so sleepy. Anyway, what's going on with you? Sounded like you were busy walking around whacking trees yesterday, Joshua. I just kept thinking, man, who needs that much wood? Oh, I was actually collecting a lot of wood yesterday. Because, I don't know, for me personally, it's hard to get wood. Like, I need to get, like, I can find a bunch of hardwood and softwood, but I gotta get the regular wood, and, yeah, you gotta hack away at those trees. What's up, Doodle Duh? Okay, he's gonna say something funny. Ever talk to Emily about books? Did you know they're into recipe books? Yep. You know Joshua. Are you new, Joshua? I bet everyone knows about Emily, huh? I gotta pay more attention, Doodle Duh. Okay, he hasn't said anything funny yet, but I swear he does it. Okay, he's still so sleepy. Anyway, what's going on? What's the latest? Isn't my house really clean? I have to clean up every couple of weeks, or my aunt friends won't go home. Hey there again. What's up now? I think he's getting more annoyed with me. Doodle Duh, let's play a game. Pick a color, and I'll tell you what food you're most like. Okay, actually, I don't recognize Egbert being so interactive. He tends to just kind of be lazy and just mention how he forgets what he was talking about. But okay, I guess you're just gonna have to take my word on it. But I'll pick orange between those three. That means you're like an onion. No, ogres are like onions. Okay, maybe it's a radish. I don't know what it means, but I know... Oh, there you go. He's kind of doing it now. I don't know what it means, but I know I like you, buddy. You must be pretty bored to talk to me over and over. So what's up? What's the latest? Did you know I don't need a log wall mounted clock? My tummy always knows what time it is. Snack time. Yeah, he's a snacker. Alright, I guess that's enough of that, but you get the idea. That's Egbert. It's like a officer. It's like Quagmire. That's Quagmire. Giggity, 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 giggity. That's Egbert. Who else but Egbert? Alright, I gotta go turn in the communicator parts to Gulliver. I'm gonna be on lurk mode. Okay, Itchy. Well, I appreciate the lurk. Oh, he is so nice. Look at all the compliments he gives. I know, he's just too sweet. I couldn't handle it. A lot of the animals are really sweet. Hey, did you find him? I got him right here. Oh, that's them. They're definitely my communicator parts. Come here, you little troublemakers. He's just gonna lose him again in like 5 days. Alright, the pieces are crammed back in here. Let's see if we can send a message. Ahoy there, crew, it's me, blah, blah. Alright, so basically they gotta come pick him up again. Just so he can get lost at sea once again. Alright, and I think he's, yeah, so what he'll do to reward you is, like, the next day he'll leave you something in your mailbox. That's a nice little incentive, I guess. But also you get, like, credit towards overall Nook miles. I think it's listed here somewhere. One of these you can get rewarded just for helping him out a certain amount of times. I want to see if I could find it, because it's pretty crazy how much you have to do the same mission over and over. But I guess that's kind of how the first Animal Crossing was too. Gulliver's Travails. When you come across someone in trouble on the beach, you help them, setting a fine example for all the island residents. Such kindness will surely find its way back to you. So I think I helped him. I only helped him 4 times. You know, it's probably because I was also playing Emily's file, and so I forget how many times I've helped him on each file, because every file is different. Like, I know on her file, like, you get, like, a certain bonus for catching 100 fish in a row without letting them go. Or without screwing up, basically. And I did that on Emily's file, but I didn't do that on my own file. So I still have to do that. And it's like it's kind of a pain. I really like fishing, though, but one thing about fishing is that I'm not very good picking up on the visual cues. I'm better at picking up at the auditory cues. So whenever I fish, you'll see me close my eyes, because that's just the best way for me to do it. I have to listen for the splash before I start reeling in. Because you can look at I'll show you. I mean, you guys are probably, I'm sure most of you are already familiar with the game, but for anyone who's kind of still not super familiar, let's see if I can find a fish. So like this fish right here. So there's 2 ways you can catch it, essentially. Obviously you want to get its attention. So if you pay attention to like the ball, there you go. You'll see for a second it kind of gets caught underwater, and that's the time to reel in. But when I fish, I tend to just listen for that sound. So let me do that here. And I'll even close my eyes. Every time I fish, I close my eyes, because it just works better for me. There's another little fish here. Could be a rock too. Sometimes the really small ones are rocks. See, like that time I wasn't even looking. I got one of the sea butterflies. But because I hear the splash of the water, and that's my indicator to reel in. Yeah, the rare fish are tough. Yeah, I think yeah, you're right. Because when you try to reel them in, when they're those rarer ones or the larger ones, there's like a certain window, I want to say, where you can reel in, because if you reel in too late, well, obviously you don't want to reel in too early, but you can also reel in too late. It's a lot more generous with most fish, but when you have those rare ones, the window to reel in is a lot smaller. So yeah, you can't really hesitate too much. Like once it's time to reel, you got to reel. So you're absolutely right about that. I don't remember if I still need to collect a couple oranges or peaches. I think I collected everything. So I guess I'll go to the store and sell what I got. I don't like to pick these fruits because they're more just for the ambiance, like the decoration. Same thing with the fruits I have at the front of the island. I think once I sell things here, I was honestly expecting the stream to cut out already. If I'm being perfectly honest. So I think like after I do this, I might go visit another island. Not like a friend's island, but just like one of those random islands that you can visit, because they usually have a lot of good resources and things that'll sometimes you'll find like a fish that's more expensive, that you'll see a lot more of, so you can net profit catching those fish. Sometimes you end up on an island with money rocks. There's always something of value at any island you visit. So yeah, let me just sell all the excess things I don't need. I guess I can also change my look because I can get some Nook miles from that. Oh, I also need to visit the museum so I can assess those fossils. I'm glad you haven't lost power yet. Been a while since I've seen your streams. Yeah, I wanted to stream Tuesday. And then I tried again yesterday, and the power went out like right before I hit record. Alright, sadly it's time for me to head out. Good luck with your island visit and hope your power stays on. Thank you, $3. I appreciate you you stopping in and keeping us company. Speaking of which, yeah, I hope you have a good day, $3. Thank you. Aw, thank you, officer. Thank you for the subscription, man. I appreciate it. It's really very sweet of you to do that. Much love, man. I'm gonna go to the museum so he can assess those fossils, and then I'll get ready to go visit an island to collect some goodies from there. I always like the touch, though, that he is asleep during the day and fully awake at nighttime. But as I mentioned at the early off in the stream, I think the one character that drives me the most crazy is Blathers, just because his dialogue is the same every single time. Well, I guess that's the same for Tom Nook and his two sons and Isabel and everything, but I think it's because you have to visit Blathers all the time. Well, especially because you need to assess fossils in order to sell them. For whatever reason, you just can't sell the fossil. He has to tell you what they are specifically, and then once you know what they are, once they're identified and assessed, then at that point you could sell them. So every single time I go in here, he'll always tell me, "Oh, our fossil collection's full." And it's yeah, I know that. You made a big announcement about it when it happened. I don't know. It's honestly, that's one of the two things that I'll nitpick about this game, that I'll complain about. Those are very minor things to complain about, but I guess when you do it so often, it does just kind of get tedious, and you just have you have to kind of zone it out, or just listen to music or something. The frogs have arrived. Just keep up the good work, my dude. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, definitely. And if there's a sound alert that's not really coming across, you can't really hear it that well, I'll play another one for free for you. One that might play a little louder. I think that, honestly, because I have everything at max volume on the sound alerts, but I want to say some of them just by nature aren't really loud, and then some are really loud. And it just depends on the specific sound alert by whoever uploaded those initially. All right, I think now let me think about. I have to think about the materials I'm going to need to take to this island. Of course, I'm going to have to buy a ticket so I can go to another island. There's a strategy that when the game was still relatively new, a couple months into the game, I think it's been updated since, and you can't really, it's not a sure-proof strategy anymore. Wait, why am I going here? This is not where I want to go. There's a strategy to basically manually spawn the tarantula. And it used to work, but now not so much. I think that they made some tweaks to it. The tarantula, I want to say, is only available certain times of the day, in the evenings. I don't think it's available during the day. But the tarantula is worth a good amount of money. I think it's I think it's got to be like at least 8,000 bells. And so, you know, to kind of set it up so that you can have them manually spawn is really cool. I'm going to drop this. And it's a good money-making technique. I think I'm going to just grab like 7 of these materials each. Because I'm going to be collecting some when I go to the island anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and put those away and take the rest. Some of the songs in the game are personally, I think some of them are hit and miss, but when you get those good songs, like, they hit. Like, this is a good song. I don't think I really need medicine, but yeah, I'll probably just take it. It's not going to be like a super big trip. I will need to grab the pole vault though before I go. I don't want to forget that. Might as well change my appearance a little too. Need to get some Nook miles for that. I don't really know what I'm going to rock today. Athletic jacket. I got a frog tee. I guess I'll just, I don't know. I can go Freddy Krueger style today. Got this jacket. I'll change my jeans. Whatever. That works. I'll change the hat. I'll just take it off. I don't really have like a big selection of clothing. Change my glasses. Yeah, why not? Sure. Yeah, just keep it simple. Nothing fancy. And then you can redeem it for your Nook miles. So you already got a couple bonuses there. We'll go ahead and collect on those. Fossils. Change my look. I'm not really going to focus on the watering the flowers right now. I'm not going to... maybe I'll do that later. That's another thing you can do is you can check which items are hot that day, and then you can see if you have the resources to make as many of those as possible, and then just make some profit off that. That could be another thing I can do when I come back from the island. Catch snowflakes, grow fruit trees, sell shells. I think I could, not really so much those. Yeah, I don't really catch the snowflakes either. There's like so much collecting you can do in the game that sometimes like there's just points where you're like, okay, I just need to take a break from all this collecting and I just gotta work on other things. I don't remember if I'm gonna need anything else. I don't need weeds. I'll probably end up picking some anyway, so let me just drop those. I'm gonna take like 7 of these because I don't need that many. Like I said, I'll probably just collect some more as I go. I guess I can grab a couple more stones, but I don't really think I'll need them either. I think I'll be fine with what I got. I can tell you I won't need the slingshot, so I'm gonna drop that because they don't have balloons show up on the other islands. Fishing rod, net. I'll take the ladder and I'll take the pole vault. I don't need the water can. I think that's gonna be it. So I just need to make sure I grab the pole vault thing as I leave. Because even though I don't need it for the island I currently live on, I may need it for the island I visit. So I just got one quick stop to make at the store. I'm gonna go buy... Oh, that's why I went to that building earlier. I was like, why did I go here? It's because I gotta get the Nook Miles ticket. Can't go to another island without a Nook Miles ticket. Pumping iron over there. So if you come over here, you can redeem like 2,000 Nook Miles. There you go. For a Nook Miles ticket. I used to do this like every day. Where I would just go visit another island. Collect all the materials I can from there. At the time, I would generate the tarantulas manually, but yeah, this time, not so much. This guy over here is doing what I should be doing right now. Alright, so we'll go to the airport. And we'll fly. We will fly. We're flying away. Alright, so yeah, I want to fly. Roger. Give me your Nook Miles ticket. Okay. Harv's Island, man, that's a weird place. I know that there's like a use for it. But if you just go visit Harv's Island like late at night, it's kind of creepy. I don't know if anyone else has gotten the creep vibes from Harv's Island. Alright, so we're on a new island. Randomly generates. It could be anything. As right off the bat, we see apples, which are my native fruit, so there's not really value in those for me. However, I will still collect them anyway. Because I can take them to like a friend's island who, for them, their native fruit isn't apples, and then I can make money off of it later on. So sometimes when you find fossils at these islands, they'll be of greater value, or they'll be more rare fossils you can make some money off of. So we'll take it to heading back to work. I'll see you later, Mr. Frog. All right, well, thank you, Officer Otter. I appreciate you stopping in. Thanks again for the subscription. Much appreciated. I hope you have a good day. Much appreciated, man. So yeah, I'm gonna collect all these weeds too, because sometimes I guess he's a sloth. His name's Leaf or something like that. He'll show up. Thanks, bro. You too. Hope you maintain power. Me too. It's only a matter of time, right? But no, thank you. Much appreciated. But yeah, like when Leaf shows up, you can sell weeds to him, and then I want to say he'll give you more money than usual for them. Yeah, you have that guy show up. You can sell the weeds to. You have I don't need these roses, so I'm gonna leave them all behind. You have like the reptilian. I think it's a girl. I'm not really sure. I think she's like a chameleon or something. But she's all interested in buying your bugs, and then you have like the beaver dude shows up, and he's all about fishing. I did grab the pole vault, right? Okay, I was about to freak out there for a second. I couldn't remember. You know, as much freaking out as you can do playing Animal Crossing New Horizons. It's like, no matter how stressful things get in this game, they're really not that stressful. It's a very calm, relaxing, fun game. I guess there are a couple moments of stress, like when you have a tarantula chasing you. I mean, I would be stressed out if a tarantula was chasing me. You know, in all fairness. Yeah, I'm very impressed with the power. I feel like I'm gonna jinx it by pointing it out, but if it does go out, I hope you guys have enjoyed the time so far. I've been meaning to do an Animal Crossing stream, just kind of doing my dailies, taking it easy. I feel like I kind of got to do that already. I think all I'm really gonna do is just kind of plunder this island, and then after that, if I still am on for the stream, I might check out what the hot item is at the store, and then just kind of sell it and try to make as much money as I can. Another thing I wasn't really sure about, starting the stream with the concern about the power going out at any given time, was if the power does go out, is it gonna save, or is it gonna be one of those things where it didn't have a chance to save the stream? But I kind of decided that, like, I went into starting the stream knowing that, and I kind of figured, you know what, if it does go out and I don't get to save this stream, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. And this is one of those games that you can just pick up and play anytime. I think I'm going to cut these trees down just to make it a little easier to get everything. Okay, well, I guess I can't cut them down because my axe is broken. I can always probably make another one. I'll just work around it. But I figured, because I have my normal Pikmin 2 project on Sundays, and I have Super Mario 64 on weekdays. But I figured if the stream's gonna go out, I might as well have it go out on something that I don't play very often, that I'm not particularly concerned about if it keeps it or not. I hope it does. But, I'll live with the consequence later. I think I'm just gonna clear this right here. And we'll pick up some more resources. Go ahead and use a coconut. We can break up the rock and get another rock or something. I think it's usually a rock. Yeah. Haven't quite figured out what this island has to offer in terms of greater value. I'm thinking it's going to be a fish by this point. There's almost always something of value at one of these islands. And sometimes, if you're lucky, you can get quite a bit of it. Just shake the tree. I'm tempted to just save the game. Well, no. Just because of all the work I've done today. But even if today... Oh, you know what? Actually, it won't really matter if the power goes out, because the game's... That's the cool thing about the Switch. Like, it's both a home console and a handheld. So if the power goes out, it's just going to switch into handheld mode. So I can still save my progress. At least for the game. Not sure about the stream. We will see. But I could always use this opportunity as an opportunity to test how things work. I'm kind of like that with food too. Like, I know this is kind of random, but it's kind of related, because like if I like go visit a new restaurant, for instance. Didn't I eat it? Oh, I dropped it. If I go visit a new restaurant, for instance, I don't mind spending a little extra money to try something else on their menu. Like get a little extra food, because then I consider it like an investment for the future. because then I'll kind of know, like, hey, I don't know much about the food on this menu, but if I had 2 items of a type of food and I didn't like one of them, but I like the other one, then I'll know that for the future because I invested a little money to find out for next time. So it's kind of like that with Animal Crossing. Well, not just Animal Crossing, but just streaming in general. I'll try things out because I don't know if they're going to work or not. And, yeah, you just experiment and everything. Sorry if I'm, like, just kind of rambling about random gibberish. Sometimes I'll just kind of do that. That's my autopilot thing. I'll just talk about whatever. It's all good. I appreciate it, Zoe. I think I have a lot of experience talking to myself, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. You know, I'm pretty comfortable with it. I don't think I mean, it's not like to the point where, like, you know, I'm crazy or anything like that. I think it's perfectly sane. I think a lot of people do talk to themselves, whether they want to admit it or not, to some degree. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think that everyone is, like, the best company they can give each other. If that makes sense. Because everyone knows themselves better than anyone else. So sometimes you just, like, even just think aloud. Please rant. What grinds your gears? Like, you really want to know what grinds my gears? I don't know. I'm trying to be more patient. I think by default I can be patient, but I'm trying to be a little bit better on patience. Turk dude, thank you for the bits, man. How are you doing? Are you gonna stream today? I think you were up late streaming last night, and I was falling asleep. I was gonna say hi, but then I was like, well, it's already kind of late, and I should be going to sleep. But I do want to tune in next time. I can catch you. What was I doing? Oh, I gotta eat. Did I eat? I need to eat some coconut and break the rock. Good. It was late last night. Yeah, I think it's a little. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I thought it was a little later than when you normally stream. But yeah, I hope you're doing well, man. Thank you. Yeah, we're just chilling here today. I've got a couple people coming in who are at work. We're just kind of have me on in the background, which is totally 100% fine by me. I do not mind the lurks. Glad you got power back. For now, I have power back. This stream can go out at any given time. You've been warned, everyone. But yeah, I was doing a horror game. Yeah, what was that game? In fact, have we given Turk the shout out? Let's give the Turk the shout out because I think it'll. Turk dude. Here we go. Okay, well, most recently you were playing Fall Guys. Until Dawn, that's what it was. Yeah. And Atara's back. Hi, welcome back, Atara. Hi, Tori. How are you? Welcome. Yeah. Oh, and thank you again, Turk, for more bits. I appreciate the love. It says show love 5 is what it says on my end. Thank you, guys. Oh yeah, Tori. Yeah, you were playing some Mario Sunshine. I was watching you play that. Yeah, those hidden areas, those secret areas, are there's something else. those like levels with the black background, and you're just platforming away. They're crazy. And then not to mention you have to play them twice because you have to play them with Flood the second time. Try to collect all the red coins or something like that. Yeah, those are those are intimidating portions of the game. Yeah, every time I think about Sunshine, I'm like, yeah, I really want to play Super Mario Sunshine, and then I think back at those sections, and I remember why I don't like playing it so much. I mean, I love it, but it's kind of like that's the one part of the game that I'm least turned on by, if you will, for a lack of a better way of saying that, on the spot. Yeah, you'll see me look away when I'm fishing. I mentioned that earlier, that I'm more into the audio cues than the visual cues for fishing. So I'll kind of close my eyes or look away. I'm just popping in real quick. Okay, well, either way, much appreciated. You have me and Dala wanting to play Animal Crossing. It's fun. It is fun, especially when you get like involved in like a project, I like to do landscaping and gardening and stuff like, or like just kind of trying to create. Oh, I got it. Just trying to create different colored flowers and everything, and then try to come up with different arrangements for those flowers. But it's a process. It's one of those things you do have to revisit every day. I'm not seeing any. I haven't found the thing that is of great value here in this island yet. And I've basically I've collected all the apples, and I found the fossil. That fossil might be the thing of value. But there's only one other thing that I can check for, in terms of that one object or thing that is of value, and that's the fishing. So I'm going to do that for a little while. I'm going to check the ocean, because sometimes you get that one fish that's worth a little more than the others, and you can find them a little more frequently on these islands. But yeah, it's a fun game. Our island needs some help. Let's all play Animal Crossing and play Virtual Mortgage and pay Virtual Mortgage. Yeah. What kind of things do you need help with on the island? Just kind of maybe just like the arrangement, adding furniture and things like that. Yeah, I do better listening to the fish, because there you go, red snapper. We might get a bunch of these. Yeah, there's always something of value at these islands. I think maybe the red snappers are going to be the item of value. And they're usually about that size. Yeah, I have to look away from like sometimes, because if I like pay attention to the visual cues of the fish, it'll kind of like, how it kind of like approaches the bait, and if you pay too much attention to it and you see it charge at the bait, like or at least for me personally, my reaction is going to be to try to reel it in, but it might not be ready to reel in. So if I don't know, all I really pay attention to is, did I get the fish's attention? And once I think I got it now. So now I look away. And then I listen for the plop, I guess you could say. And that tells me it's good to reel in. That's how I was able to get 100 in a row. Because you do get like the highest Nook Mile bonus if you can catch 100 in a row without letting them go. And that was my strategy. Some people would probably prefer the... Here come the frogs. And thank you again for the 5 bits. I really appreciate it. I might have missed another acknowledgement of those bits, so I do apologize if I missed anything, but I really appreciate it. Do you guys need flowers? The one flower that I need personally is the blue rose, and I'm working on that. That's a big project. There's like, I was talking about it earlier, there's like a formula. There's like a formula that you can put together for the blue rose, and it's like guaranteed to get you the blue rose, but it takes many days. And if you want to get through it quicker, you can time travel. Although I don't personally like time traveling. I'll just be patient and just kind of wait for the days to play out. Those sea butterflies, I think they're worth a decent amount of bells. But not that many. What fruits do you have, Frog? I have all the fruits. But I don't have all the flowers. I don't know if I got anyone's attention with that. Any of the fish's attention. I think I got that one. And then like if you fish and they're in a cluster, you'll only get one of them. The other one's gonna get scared, as you would expect. Thank you for the lurk, Turk. Lurk away in the pond. You have a good rose. A good rose? Well, what I was saying is that I need to get the blue rose. Because that one is hard to make. Lunchtime. Oh, the gold rose. I actually don't have that one either. I'm not sure how to make it. Feel free to enlighten me. I am curious if you know how to do it. Just catching boots over here. I saw him move. I knew I got his attention because I saw his body turn quickly and you could see his tail move. It looks like just a bunch of carp here. I might have better luck in the ocean because the fish in the freshwater versus the fish in the ocean are different. So I'm thinking this might be a red snapper. It looks about the size of the red snapper. Oh, never mind. It's a dab. Not bad. Crossbreed black roses and water them with a good watering pail. Okay. I'll have to try that one out too. Yeah, I don't have gold roses. Okay, so never mind. I don't have all the roses. I still need the blue and the gold. Which was those colors were actually my school colors, my high school colors. You would think I would have done that. It looks like this island has to offer a bunch of sea butterflies, which I don't remember how much those are worth. I could do a quick Google search. Sea butterflies. Butterflies. Animal Crossing. Value? Let's see if that pops up. Sea butterflies for 1,000 bells. So that's not bad. That's a pretty good pickup. I mean, it's worth more than the bass. Hit that dab. I appreciate you you chiming in during your lunch break, Rogue Mike. Thank you. Yeah, I'll have to do that. That's another thing too, is I need to make more black roses. And I don't know the formula for black roses other than just maybe breeding them with other black roses. I do have a couple black roses I can breed together, but the gold water pail. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So I haven't made any gold tools, which I probably should. I know that they break eventually. Unless maybe, of course, if you customize them. Because what I do, and I'm sure a lot of other people do this too, is I try to anticipate when a tool's going to break. Like just kind of ballpark guessing it. And then instead of making a new one, if I can catch it before it breaks, I'll just customize it. Because I think when you customize a tool, they'll be like brand new. There's the horse mackerel. I'll just let it go. I think I'll just, yeah, I guess I'll just fill up all the spots that I don't need. Let me see. Green grass skirt. I don't think I'll need that one, but whatever. I got it. Maybe if we're having a luau or something. I'll drop the boot. I don't need that. I guess I don't really need some of these shells either. I'll just catch a few more fish to fill up a couple more of the empty slots, and then I'll head back. This might be a good fish. It's close to the pier. Sometimes the pier fish are pretty good. Oh, no, just another dab. CJ gives you double for the fish, right? Yeah, and I don't think CJ's in today, so I won't be able to sell. But I do like taking advantage of that when he is here. You get the gold tools recipe by the amount of times a tool breaks. Oh, okay. So yeah, you need to so basically like you have to utilize a certain amount of tools before you get the do-it-yourself for it. Which I already have the do-it-yourselves. I just don't really use my gold. Maybe I should. I don't know, like, because the gold isn't so common, so I kind of save mine up. But maybe I should spend it on tools. Do y'all tend to use the gold whenever you get it, or do you save it up? I don't really know what to do with it, to be honest. I mean, I know you can use it for tools, and you can use it for other do-it-yourself projects and stuff like that, but I always just kind of figure, well, because it's so rare, I just kind of save it up. I just leave it in storage, and then maybe eventually I'll come up with a good idea for it. But if you guys, like, have any suggestions, save all your fish for CJ. That's what I do. That's an idea. I would need a place to store them. Can you put them in storage? Or do you have to just kind of like leave him around the island somewhere until he shows up? How often does he show up? I thought he only shows up like once every like 2 weeks or something. Oh, what did I get? An anchovy? I guess I'll just swap it for like the shell. What is it? Oh, an anchovy. I already have one. I have no gold tools yet. A friend gifted me the gold roses. Oh. So tell me, if you produce like a gold rose, can you just keep watering that gold rose and it'll produce more gold roses, or do you still have to like make them manually? Oh, you put them in storage. Okay. Yeah, because then you could do the same thing with the bugs for that other chameleon character. I think it's a chameleon. I'm not really sure what it is. clumps of weed. What was I doing? Oh, I was just checking that. Okay, never mind. I think I got everything I need. Let me see what I got. I'm thinking the thing of value here at this island are the sea butterflies. So like if you really wanted to, you could just kind of stick around and just keep catching them. And then you could replace your less valuable fish for them. I'm just gonna catch this one. This size fish like always tempts me because it could be the red snapper. I think you have to make them manually. I haven't seen them produce more. Oh, okay. I've always wondered that because even with the blue rose, let's see. I'll swap it because I think this one's worth more than. I know it's worth more than the sea bass, like maybe like 100 bells. Oh, it's got to be worth more than the dab. I don't think the anchovy is worth that much, but I'll just keep it. Oh, the carp would have been good to get rid of too. Yeah, I'm at a random island. I just thought I'd stop by and you know, something else to do. You know, just kind of plunder for resources and things like that. I don't know. What I was kind of touching up on like earlier on in the stream was I don't think you can do it anymore. I think they've like made other bugs and things since, but like probably not long after the game came out, there was like a thing you could do where basically on these random islands is you can wipe out all the trees, you can cut them all down, you can move all the flowers to the beach. You basically leave everything just barren. And when you do that, you can spawn tarantulas, and you can sell those tarantulas for bigger money, or a lot more money. And I would set like a tarantula trap to do that, but I think that they've made adjustments to the types of creatures that'll spawn, and it's like harder to do that. Also, you can only get tarantulas at a certain time of the day, I think in the evenings. I can check that real quick actually. So you go here into the tarantula. Yeah, see they're only available from like 7 to 4 in the morning in the evenings, so, and then also during certain months. So if I was at a random island like in the evening, that might be a good idea. It might be worth trying that strategy. I usually use my Nook ticket to Scorpio tarantula hunt. Yeah, that's what I would do it for too, a lot. I was mainly doing this because I was kind of running out of things to do on the island. And I thought it'd be fun just to visit and collect a few things. A dab is worth 1,000 words. Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. A dab is that gesture. Hit that dab. I didn't even think about that. You're right. But it is a lot of work and patience. I agree with you there. Well, hey, any of you guys play Animal Crossing? Any of you guys want to talk about Animal Crossing? Share ideas, share resources, whatever. Just like I'm all for it. I really think it's a fun game. I said it before. I'll say it again. It's great for the pandemic. It really came out at the perfect time. There's certainly a lot to do. You can make projects for yourself to do. Here, like I mentioned earlier, I was mainly just I'm just kind of playing with flowers and trying to come up with different colors. Like the default flowers are the yellow, the white, and the red, but I was able to produce some pink ones here. So, you know, and then like the more flowers you create, the more ideas you get later on. I wasn't even doing this intentionally, but I was able to create. I had more blank spots filled over here. I've since filled them up with kind of a pattern, but with these types of flowers, I don't remember what they're all called, so I'm sorry. But with those particular types, I was able to produce blue flowers, and so I was like, okay, well, let me just lay them out here. I have some extra white and red ones since those are common. and have like a little red, white, and blue theme going on. So I mean, I don't really have like a specific. Oh look, I have a villager chilling on my table. I didn't know they do that. I believe this is Norma. Yeah, I'll just chill with Norma on the table for a minute. But yeah, like, you know, you just kind of create flowers, and then you don't. I don't really have like a plan in mind. I just see what I produce, and then at that point, I'll just kind of like new ideas will pop up, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I do want to do like an arrangement like this or that. Most of the flowers I have around the island, they're just kind of temporarily positioned and arranged. But I think the more colors I produce, this is where I'm going to try to build the blue rose. I think I scared away a dung beetle or whatever. But yeah, I'm working on my blue. This is the new project that I'm working on. The big main project I'm focusing on is this whole process to create the blue rose. So I'm using this little plot of land for that specifically. I like the bear statue. Oh yeah, the ice bear. Which actually reminds me, there's a new villager visiting, so I'll go check out, see maybe we can get this new villager to move in. It's kind of funny because some of them are willing to come in by just talking to them, but other ones you have to play a game. Oh look, it's a pig. I don't have any pigs living on the island. I don't think I've ever had a pig live on this island. Hugh. Hi there. You from this island? I'm here camping. Do you camp? You gotta try it sometimes. It's like being inside, except you're outside. Was it Snorty? So yeah, sometimes like with these islanders, you can play games with them and have them move in. But you have to talk to them a couple times. I have 2 islands. Yeah, actually, my fiance just bought another Switch because she found the Animal Crossing edition, which we already had the Switch when that one came out, but we were like, man, that one's cool. We want to get it, and then she found it, so she got it. So we might have to start another island too. I'll give you my Go board as a prize. Alright, sure. Yeah, and then sometimes you can play games and get little items. But I think also I might have like the cap on my islanders, so we would have to get rid of one in order to make room for this new islander. I'd have to get rid of one. I thought I was going to play a game for an item. What did I do? Yeah, sorry, I'm just kind of skipping through this dialogue. There's quite a bit of it to go through. I'm trying to see if he'll play the game. Okay, I'll just tell him, come live here. But I gotta pass. Snacks are waiting for me back home. So are my friends. Thanks for inviting me. But I think if you keep trying, you can like talk him into it. Like you just have to be like persistent about it. 1 island per Switch, and you can transfer the data to the new one, which sucks. So, yeah, I know that there's only 1 island per Switch, which that sucks in and of itself because it'd be cool to have your own profile. Like for every profile, you can create your own island. I guess I kind of see why they did it, so you can play with other people on the same Switch. But yeah, it does suck. And you can transfer the data to the new one. Oh, you can't transfer it. So like if you wanted to like leave off from where you were. I hate the rejection here so much. Bummer. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I see what you mean. what do you think about my dream? Let's make it a reality. I wasn't really paying attention, but yeah. to what the pig was saying. I just want to see if I can get him to move in, because if you keep talking to him, he'll make you, like, you can play a game and sometimes you can make him come over. If I don't get him to do it soon, I'll just leave. But thank you for the lurk, Rogue Mike. Back to lurking. Campy food is about s'mores. All right. But yeah, it does hurt when you get rejected, especially like when there's a new island, like a visitor who you're like, man, I really like this visitor, like I really want them to visit. Oh, like that was for us. It was like there was like an elephant, and we really liked this elephant. It was like I think it was like a white elephant, and it was a girl, and yeah, she just looked really charming. Like she's like, oh, she'd be a great addition to the island. And like, so you talk and you try to convince her to come live in the island, and then ultimately she won't. Or she'll make you play a game and then you lose the game, and then it's like, okay. And then even if you do get them to accept coming, they might be like, okay, well I can move in, but I need this person to move out. And then sometimes it's someone you don't want to move out, and then you're just like, after so much dialogue, oh, I got him to say that he wants to move here. Thanks for the invite, but I'm really sorry. See, this one, at this point, I'm just kind of like, okay, if you want to keep trying, like, you can. But for me, I'm just like, after so much convincing, this guy just doesn't want to move in. So, I'll just leave it. I think you can keep being persistent and eventually get them moved in. But, I'm pretty happy with the islanders that I have here, too. Yeah, I could... Oh, there's Buck. Yeah, I mentioned Buck earlier. He's one of my OG Islanders. Might as well say hi to Buck. Oh, never mind. We'll say hi to the heater first. Yeah, I'll say hi to Buck. I want a new thing to lift. Maybe a dining table is what I need, homie. Oh, yeah. I had him switch to say homie at the end. He used to say partner. Like, howdy, partner. All right. I want to sell. I'll probably sell. I think I'm gonna take your advice, Tori. I'm just gonna sell like the cheaper fish, and I'll probably hold on to like the butterflies, and then wait for CJ to show up. I think the squid's worth something. I don't think the anchovy's worth much. So I'm gonna kind of compromise on both of our ideas. But I'm also going to store those apples. That's basically it. Oh, and I have a fossil I have to assess. It might be something valuable. Aside from that, the only other thing that I really would want to do for this Animal Crossing stream is I'm going to check the hot item right now. Because you can make some good money if it's something that's easy to make and you have all the resources. So there's the shell arc and the drinking fountain. So if you look at your recipes and you go to, I alphabetize them. Oh, I'm going to go to everything. My native fruit is the apple. Pretty basic fruit to have as your native fruit, but I like it. I guess that makes it. I have this mental note that apples are pretty common, so it kind of helps me keep track of that. Oh, this is my native fruit. Let's see. The shell arc and the shell fountain. I thought I had this alphabetized. Oh, there it goes. There we go. Shell arc. Oh, there it is. Wow, look at all those. Okay, so you need a bunch of shells for that, which I don't have. I actually don't save my shells. I just sell them. I probably should save them up for little recipes like that. have the shell arc. And then what was the other one? The fountain? Drinking fountain. That's probably going to be hard or expensive to make. Because I think that... Let me see. Drinking fountain. There it is. Yeah, you need 8 stone, 2 nuggets. I might have the stone for that, but I don't know how much they're worth and if it's worth it. I'll go check my resources. I'm going to stop by the museum real quick. I can have the... I can have Blathers assess my fossil from the island. It might be a valuable fossil because I got it from that random island. I've been waiting for this moment when they became a hot item. Oh, the shell arc. Oh, okay, so you do have you do have a bunch of shells, maybe. The arcs are around 12,000. Nice. Well, maybe if I could make one. Let's assess this fossil. But I'm already like sold a lot of my shells. I wasn't thinking about it. I didn't know what the hot items were until after I sold the shells that I did have. Okay, this looks like it could be worth something. Because yeah. And he reacted to it with the big old light bulb. That's another fun thing about the game that I really enjoy doing when I have like nothing else to do is I'll just like every once in a while I'll go visit the museum, specifically the aquarium because I really like fish. I'm reading a magazine about making mosaics and decided to enter their monthly sweepstakes. Well, the next thing I know, I've won some octagonal glasses. You can imagine my surprise. Anywho, I would be over the moon, except I just bought the exact same thing not long ago. Well, I'm sure you can see where I'm going with this. Might you be interested in buying it off me? Okay. I've never really buy anything, but yeah, I'll be charitable today. Let's see. Oh, wow. That's a high price for glasses. I'm probably not even going to like them, but that's okay. We'll do it. Wonderful, thank you. I'm sure you made a choice you won't regret. If nothing else, I can donate it to someone else or sell it. Get some of the bells back. And partner, I must say that was a lovely way to make a bit of spending money. So let's see how these even look on me. Octagonal. I'll wear it. I'll show off the octagonal glasses for now. It's a really fun, charming game. I do enjoy it. I think I said hi to all of these peeps except for Olaf. Clear sky, smooth sailing, living the dream, Joshua. All right, cool. They're all pumping iron today. That's what I should be doing. Let's see, who do we got? Island togetherness. All right. I guess just, yeah, for all the times you talk to islanders, eventually you'll get some bonuses there. Something like that. Okay. So I'll go put away a couple things, and let's see if we can grab some resources for making a couple of those fountains, because then we could sell them for money. I guess I can try to collect some shells too, but I don't know that I'll have enough for that shell arc recipe. Let's see. I got a lot of like hardwood and some softwood, not so much of the regular wood. But where are... See, I have like 7 gold nuggets, but I've never used any of them. Because, I don't know, there's just not very many of them. I'm kind of stingy. I guess I could make a fountain and just see how much it's worth, and then if I want, I'll make a couple more. Drinking fountain, let's see. Let me just put away a couple more things too. I have extra apples, which I'll probably sell when I go to a friend's island, if their native fruit isn't the apple. What's your native fruit, Tori? I never asked you. I'm sorry. So I'll put those in storage. Drinking fountain, red snapper. I'll put the fish away too. Oh, I have to sell this too. Put that there as a reminder. Got some nuggets, and I can go for some chicken nuggets, actually. I don't really crave chicken nuggets too often, but when I crave it, the craving is real. One island is an apple, the other island is a cherry. Oh, okay. Oh, that's kind of cool then. You got, yeah, that's kind of what like my fiance and I were gonna do. Is once we set up the new island, we want to make sure it has a different fruit from apples, so that if we needed to, we can just trade them and make some money off that way. That's a good way to make money. Nice. What? Who dat Froggo? Hey Terrence, how you doing, man? Thanks for stopping in. I noticed you were streaming some Sonic recently. I tuned in for a bit. I didn't say hi, but it was only because I was falling asleep, and I was thinking I could stop in and make some small talk, but then I don't want to be rude and fall asleep on you. But I basically fell asleep actually watching your stream. So, but yeah, that's a fun game too. Sonic Adventure 2. Let me give you a shout out. I don't know if we've given you a shout out yet. Let's see. Shout out to Terrence Jones. Definitely check out his stuff. Last playing Sonic Adventure 2. And he plays a lot of a nice variety of games. A lot of games that I like playing too, or the games that I grew up with and things like that. So yeah, show him some love. Drop him a follow. Oh, not much. Just finished making ramen and chickens. And no worries, it was a nice stream. That's awesome. Dude, ramen sounds good. I feel like ramen's like, it's always that food that I hear everyone talking about. I've had some ramen before. Let's see. But ramen's always good. I know Rogue Mike makes ramen too. I think because he's a chef, if I'm not mistaken. And, man, that all sounds so delicious. You guys are making me hungry. I haven't eaten today. So, you guys are about to make me jump off and go get something to eat. Oh, yeah, let me sell this fountain because I'm not sure. It's a hot item, so I don't know how much they're going to pay me for it. Let's see. Drinking fountain. Twice the unusual amount, so 5,400. That's not bad. I could probably make a couple of those. I don't know if it's worth the resources, but I also know that the iron and stone aren't too hard to come across, so I'm not opposed to using a lot of my iron and stone to make a couple of those. This is I've expressed two particular complaints about this game today on the stream. But to be honest with you, those are basically the only two complaints that I would have about the game. I mean, for the most part, would just be some of the characters, their dialogue is not like the villagers necessarily, but like I guess like Blathers would be the big example. Their dialogue is a little too redundant. But other than that, the only other thing that I would really complain about in this game is on the crafting. How you can only craft one item at a time. I really thought they were going to make an update to so that you can craft multiple fountains at a time if you wanted to. Like you could specify the number they're going to be crafted, because otherwise, like you're just here crafting them one at a time. And if you're making like a simple item that doesn't take a lot of resources, and you got a ton of resources, and you just want to make a bunch and a bunch and a bunch of them, all you're doing is just tapping the A button constantly. Like, it would be nice if there was a shortcut. You're hearing me complain about these little things, but I swear these are like the only two complaints I have about the game. You know, because I played a lot of the GameCube version, and I haven't played many of the Animal Crossings between the GameCube and this one. But seriously, like those are like two of the main complaints I'd have about the game. I mean, a lot of everything else there are some things that are repetitive, and you have to just kind of keep, just tap the A button and go through it. But I think those are the two things that kind of get at me most, and they don't really get at me that badly, but it's enough to where you're kind of like, man, I wish there was a shortcut for this. I'm going to grab a couple more resources. I'll just use what I have for the, I think I was just, or what was I short on? Was I short on the stone or the iron? Let's check it out here. I'm sorry, I kind of went off on a bit of a semi-rant there. See, the simple act of adding a chicken breast to the pan first. Delicious. Nice. Dude, man, you're making me hungry. Looking at your recent subscriber, it reminded me of yesterday when I found 2 otters and hyped that up a bit. You found 2 otters? Like you saw 2 otters in the wild? It's true, they need to make crafting better. I feel like it would be a simple update, right? Right, Tori? Like, if all they had to do was just have a little sub menu come up and be like, how many do you want to make? And then it would, and it could even be polite and show you like how many resources you're going to use before you actually use them. But if they just made that little sub menu, like how many do you want to make, and just condense it all to one craft, it would save a lot of time. But I guess that's the point of Animal Crossing. So I feel like this game is, in a sense, kind of a time, I don't want to say time waster, it's a time spender. Because there's a lot of little things you can do, and it's a pastime, so I guess, like, yeah, that's, okay, I don't have enough stone, so never mind. But yeah, I still feel like it would be really useful. I didn't give them to the Chow Garden though. Oh man, the Chow Garden. Dude, I saw you mess with the Chow Garden, and I was gonna go off talking about the Chow Garden. Yeah, that's a fun little thing that they have going on in Sonic Adventure. I really did spend a lot of time doing that. Maybe a little more time than I'm proud of. They want us to break the A button so we can buy a new controller. Yeah, it's all part of the plan, right? Nintendo's pretty brilliant about making money, man. They got it. They got a good system going on for that. The Wii was like a true testament of that. With all the different hookups you can get for the Wii, and then I think they had like some kind of partnership with Duracell or something like that. All the batteries you need to keep those controllers moving. Drinking fountain. Yeah, I'll just sell the drinking fountains. Hot items of the day. Make a couple thousand bells. Every little bit helps. I can afford those resources, I'm sure. I'll get some more ore or iron, and I keep thinking of Settlers of Catan, the ore. And get some more iron and stone. There's plenty of rocks lying around, so you can get more resources that way. Oh, I didn't give them to the Chow Garden. Oh, there you go. Now I'm putting the pieces together. So you're talking about the otters that you find in Sonic Adventure. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The ones, and they help you with your swim stat. And I hyped that up a bit. You didn't give them to the Chow Garden. I gotcha. What else is there to do that I said I was going to do that I haven't done? I think, I still have another drinking fountain I could sell. I might just kind of wrap it up in just a minute here, because as as I've said a million times, my power can go out at any time. And yeah, I want to make sure I end this off smoothly. But I did basically all the dailies that I wanted to do. Drinking fountain. Nice. Oh yeah, I didn't do anything to them because I'm going to attempt the perfect chaos chow. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. There's a lot of things about Sonic Adventure 2 that I still don't know. I never completed the game in its entirety. I completed like the story, like the hero storyline and the villain storyline, but I didn't do the last storyline. What? I thought I saw something moving over here. Oh no, never mind. Yeah, I didn't finish the game with the Chaos Emeralds and everything, or like with the Super Saiyan Sonic, as you will. I think that's just about. Am I forgetting something? Did I say I was going to do something and I haven't done it? If anyone, let me see who's on. Maybe I can, we can raid someone. Let me see. Let me see. Hot channel. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Let's go back here. Or you know what? We can do this. Does anyone know anyone who's streaming right now who, hold on. I hear my echo. It's distracting me. Yeah, let's raid someone. Do you guys have any suggestions? Otherwise, I'll just kind of pass it over to whoever I see that's on. Live and learn. Well, I'm gonna hope you have a great rest of your day. If it's your turn, keep warm. Yeah. Oh, Jeff Yard's on. Okay. Yeah. We can do that. Thank you, Terrence. I appreciate the kind words. Yeah, I think I'm gonna shift gears and kind of warm up a bit. Try to do something productive today, like dishes or whatever. I know those are kind of piling up. But listen, anyone and everyone who stopped by for today's stream, or even if you watch it later on, I do archive all my videos. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. It really means a lot to me, and I'm happy I got to stream even for a little while today. I don't think the power is going to shut me off. I'm crossing my fingers for these last couple seconds, but thank you guys so much. Yeah, let's go ahead and raid Jeff Yard. I think right now he is playing Crash Bandicoot 4. Okay. The long road to 106%. So he's got a lot of work cut out for him. So we'll go ahead and drop him a raid. We'll show him some love. Let's get right into my stream manager here, my creator dashboard, if you will. Let's go ahead and drop him a raid. And we'll go ahead and start. So thanks, guys. We'll see you guys next time. I'm going to sit and stare at the camera awkwardly until the raid begins, and I'll see you guys there. But thanks, guys. Y'all have a good one. Thank you, Atara. Thank you, Tori. Thank you, Terrence. Y'all have a good one. We're going to raid right now. Warmer days coming, indeed. Take care, guys.